Happy New Year! My New Year's resolution this year is to help you get your garden started. Are you itching to start a garden but don't want to let another growing season pass you by? Well, by the end of this video, you will have learned 3 different ways that you can get started on your garden this year, right now. My first tip is to start small. What about planting microgreens? Microgreens are teeny tiny baby plants, but they're packed full of nutrition. They're really nutrient rich and dense, and they are so easy to grow in small containers. So this is perfect if you just have a small space, or maybe if you live in an urban environment. My favorite microgreens to grow include sunflower. I also like beet and radish. And they're, like I said, they're really easy because they just sprout a little bit, so they don't require a long growing period like other vegetables do. So it's a nice way to get started, boost your confidence, and do something really great for your health. Also, something you could try is an indoor herb garden. And right now at my home, I have basil, I have sage, and I have rosemary. And depending on the time of year, I might have some parsley, I might have some cilantro. So really it's all about what you use the most. That's where you should start as far as starting an herb garden. And I have to say it's really nice that when you're cooking something like tomato sauce, instead of having to run to the store, you can just pinch off a little bit of basil and throw it in there. It's really convenient. So set it up somewhere that's easily accessible in your home. Tip number 2. Tip number 2 is plan what you'd like to grow. The winter season's a perfect time to do this. And I would think about what you and your family eat and cultivate it especially for your taste. So, for example, I'm not big on Swiss chard personally. I know it's really good for you, but if I were to plant a whole field of Swiss chard, it would just go to waste in my fridge. So make sure that you really tailor it to something that you're actually going to use and your family's going to be able to enjoy. Also, something about permaculture is that it's all about working with nature and not fighting against it. We're really trying to remove that friction. So if you live in, for example, I live in upstate New York, so we're in growing zone 5. So if I try to grow a pineapple, it wouldn't work out very well. I love pineapple, it's one of my favorite fruits, but it's just not going to happen here, most likely. So I would also say, on the flip side, if you're someone that lives in zone 11, which might be a more tropical climate, trying to grow something like apples or pears might not work out well for you either. So it's all about finding what works best for you and going with it. Choose the path of least resistance. Tip number 3. Clean and purchase the garden tools that you're going to need. Now is a really good time to take inventory of what you already have. Think again about what kind of space you're working with. So if you are someone that lives in an urban environment, you only have a small space, maybe just like a windowsill garden, that's fantastic. But you're not going to need a huge shovel and a huge hoe. So I would think about that. However, if you are someone that has a huge outdoor garden, you are going to need these tools. Maybe you already have them sitting in your garage somewhere. Dust them off, give them a good clean, and make sure that they're ready when you are this spring to start growing. Also, you don't necessarily need to go out and purchase new tools. They probably have them secondhand somewhere, so go to your local garage sale, yard sale, look at your local listings, and I'm sure you'll be able to find some garden tools. So there you have it. Those are my 3 easy tips for ways you can get started on your garden right now. If you like what you saw today, go ahead and give it a like and hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And a lot of people like to make New Year's resolutions. Maybe they want to eat better, maybe they want to lose weight, get into shape, or they want to spend more time with family or friends. Well, why not combine all of these into a bountiful garden that will not only reap benefits for you, but for your entire community as well for many years to come. That's all I have for today. I wish each and every one of you a happy and healthy new year. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.